Yo, what's going on guys, it's CYNICAL, welcome back to another video. Today for you guys, we're going to be taking a look at Kingdom Hearts 2 Final Remix. A brand new updated version 0.8 has recently released and has been provided to me by Redraw. For those of you who do not know what this is a fan-made recreation of Kingdom Hearts 2 in Unreal Engine 4. The idea of this is to basically recreate the entirety of the game in Unreal Engine. This has been worked on since 2020. I have covered this quite a few times here on the channel. I believe this would probably be the 4th video we've done so far. So in case you guys haven't seen those previous videos, I suggest you do so if you want to know absolutely everything to do with the project thus far. The links to those 3 videos will be in the description down below. So yeah, this has been worked on by a team of almost 16 people, but helmed by specifically Redraw, a good friend of mine. This truly is one of the most impressive Kingdom Hearts fan-made projects I think I've seen. Like, just to see aspects of Kingdom Hearts 2 running on Unreal Engine, looking modernized, yet similar, is really, really neat. There's something really charming about it. Now, obviously, these people have lives of their own, jobs of their own. This is simply just a passion project, so there is no intended scheduled release year, release date. It will pretty much come out when it's ready to come out, and obviously, if it does come out, because there is a good chance here that Square Enix could completely shut down this project. Of course, Redraw and the team are completely aware of this happening. C&Ds are like a really common thing nowadays, unfortunately, to do with fan projects. But in today's video, I thought I'd showcase everything that was in version 0.7 and the new 0.8. This is mainly focusing on new maps that have been added to the project so far. Starting off, we have the Land of Dragons, beginning with a Bamboo Grove, one of my favorite areas, and especially to display how good this game is looking on Unreal Engine 4, you'll notice things like actual proper real-time shadows as well as proper lighting. I think this is the biggest takeaway here from seeing something like Kingdom Hearts 2 running on something like Unreal Engine 4, is that we have stuff like real-time lighting. The game really strongly benefits from it. You'll also probably notice too that all of the foliage is now sort of animated as if it's sort of blowing in the wind. It looks simply gorgeous. Next up, we have the encampment area. I'm loving the high resolution textures for the tents. In case you guys don't know, Final Remix is using a mixture of already pre-existing textures and some assets and stuff from Kingdom Hearts 2, as well as completely recreating a lot of the textures and assets from KH2. So it is kind of a mixture. Obviously, keeping in mind that anything that you guys see in these areas, or really anything from the footage, is of course still a work in progress. We have the famous mountain trail area. I still have PTSD of this area still to this day from obviously getting my ass handed to me as a child, trying to climb the mountain for the first time, getting absolutely goose-slapped by those gat-dang sorcerer Heartless, but anyway, that's beside the point. This is looking really nice. You'll notice some new rock assets added to the ground to give it more of that mountainy kind of look. Here we have the mountain village area. Due to the textures being a lot higher resolution and of course redone, I am noticing that all of the details on the Chinese architecture for the village buildings just pop furthermore, and especially just minor things, even like the concrete foundations that the buildings are sitting on. Everything looks really cool, and again, it's really strange to see Kingdom Hearts 2 kind of looking this good, but it benefits a lot from it. Next, we have the cave area. This is of course where we have the combat situation between the Assault Rider and Shadow Heartless. I love the dimly lit lighting going on with the candles. It looks really cool. Nice and cozy, you could say. and we've even got some of the Shadow Heartless spawns working here. Next, we have the hallway leading into the throne room, known as the Antechamber. The lighting here is simply gorgeous, with those orange lanterns glowing up against the red drapes, and the motifs on the walls certainly stand out even furthermore. And the final Land of Dragons area is the throne room. This is pretty jaw-dropping to see this now looking this way. Again, lighting is just completely everything, and like, if you do have proper lighting going on, it really does bring to life certain video game environments from the past. Just seeing how the light is reflecting off the pillars in the room, even like the little knobs on the sort of fence leading up the stairs, it all looks completely gorgeous. Beaming up against the dragon banners, it's all these kind of details that I don't really take in when playing Kingdom Hearts 2, but notice it now furthermore when all of these textures and assets have actually been redone. It looks fantastic. So we have two new Olympus areas. The first one is Valley of the Dead. I've noticed the overall lighting of this area is a little bit darker in comparison to the Kingdom Hearts 2 original counterpart, which I quite like because it makes that green glow that's emitting from the bottom of the floor, from what I assume to be like maybe a pool of souls, to glow and pop just a little bit furthermore. And also, stuff like the ground textures and stuff have been changed to a completely different texture. It looks nice because it's obviously higher resolution and stands out just a little bit more. The other thing I noticed too is the background sounds. I believe there's been an added sound effect to add like an ominous kind of whispering type sound effect, which adds to that whole idea that yes, you are literally in the Valley of Souls. And the other one is the lock. Not too much to say about this area other than the rock that Meg is stuck in. The sort of rainbow chroma lighting that is going through the rock pops so well. It looks gorgeous. We have Triton's Throne from Atlantica. This is obviously still being worked on, but a cool thing to point out here is it has this really neat looking water filter that isn't too distracting, and I think works really, really well. I can imagine this would probably be something applied to an Atlantica world if we got it for a future Kingdom Hearts game. We have a few areas for Port Royal. So the first one is the rock face, the ship parking area. Notice that save point glow right there in the ominous darkness, and then also seeing really nice looking water visuals surrounding the rock. Mwah! Chef kiss! We have the powder store area with the explosive crates. You can actually blow these crates up, and there are proper physics towards the wood, which is great. I always appreciate good physics or proper looking physics in my video games. I was absolutely nutting over the fact that Kingdom Hearts 3 makes use of minimal physics, but they're still existent in the game. So to see that in a Kingdom Hearts game is really cool. I also noticed that the little stickers on the crates stand out a lot too. And then the last one is the Moonlight Nook, the final area before the Barbossa arena. There are the correct chest spawns in this area, and you can open them and you can get some swiggity swooty looty. We have two new Halloween Town areas. The first one is the Hinterlands, the spooky woods with the moonlight beaming through the trees. Oh my god, it looks good. I want to eat it, I want to put it on a plate and eat this fantastic lighting in my OG 2005 video game. It looks so good. And then of course we have the Toy Factory, the Oogie Boogie boss arena, with the conveyor belts even working too. Oogie Boogie is standing there on the conveyor belt, but like he's just there for like animation testing purposes. I'm assuming he's kind of doing some moves, but you can't smack him or anything. He's just doing his own thing. He's on his own buzz. We have the parlor from Beast's Castle, and oh my god, look at that fireplace, dude. It looks so cozy. Cozy with a capital C. I want to snuggle in front of it with a blanket, hot cocoa, and my kitty cat. That is an absolute vibe. Basement Hall from Twilight Town is here. This is one of the arenas where you fight Axel as Roxas. This is why I'm assuming Axel is here doing some kind of TikTok dances, but again, I'm assuming this is probably for animation testing purposes. We have the bar from Radiant Garden. This is obviously still being worked on as it's pretty incomplete. There are holes in the ground, so beware, do not fall through the holes. But yeah, the pink tint from the sky is further emphasized here with, again, that whole improved lighting thing thanks to Unreal Engine. We got a few Disney Castle areas, so the first one here is the Courtyard. Seeing this really makes me wish that we got more of Disney Castle in Kingdom Hearts 3. For whatever the reason would have been, it just would have been cool to have seen more of Disney Castle. I understand Birth by Sleep, we got to see Disney Town and stuff, and that was great. But I still feel like this is a world that hasn't really been fully fleshed out. It's a Gatdang castle. I'm sure it's absolutely rich with areas and rooms that are ripe for exploring. We've also got the audience chamber. You'll notice the reflections on the marble floor. There were reflections in Kingdom Hearts 2, but the technique that Square Enix ended up using in Kingdom Hearts 2 is where they would basically flip the entire level and place it underneath the floor. Here it's actual, true, proper reflections. There are also Shadow Heartless spawns in this area. However, Redraw has told me that it's a bug towards the Shadow Heartless being blue. They're not supposed to be blue, that is simply a bug. Now, we featured Cornerstone Hill from Timeless River in the previous video for Final Remix, but there has been a change here. We now do have Timeless River Mickey standing next to, yes, Toon Sora. So Toon Sora has been implemented. You'll also notice too, in similar fashion to how Square Enix did the 100 Acre Wood in Kingdom Hearts 3, with the bold sort of black outlining towards all of the assets in the level, including character models and the player model, the same is now applied here too, to of course emphasize that this is an old cartoon. We have Naminé's White Room from Twilight Town. This looks great. We do have the reflections on the floor again. This was present in Kingdom Hearts 2, and the technique Square Enix used worked really well, to be fair. But all of the drawings that Naminé has done, they stand out even furthermore now. They were of so low resolution in KH2, obviously due to PS2 hardware limitations, but still, to see like the clear crayon drawings is quite charming. I absolutely love that. It's honestly speaking one of my favorite areas of Twilight Town, even if it is just a small white room, so it's cool to see it HDified here. We have the canyon area from Space Paranoids and I have no idea what I just said, but this looks so juicy, so juicy. I don't know if there's some kind of chromatic aberration type effect going on for like the distant neon lighting. The lighting here looks fantastic, and I can only imagine that, you know, if Square Enix really did decide to do their own Kingdom Hearts 2 from the ground up remake on Unreal Engine, modern day lighting, modern day textures, all HDified, this would 100% be one of the best looking worlds, and to kind of get like a taste of that here, it looks fantastic. The team have done an absolutely fantastic job of really bringing to life Space Paranoids with that modern day software and hardware. So absolute kudos points to specifically this area out of the bunch. I simply love it. We have Betwixt and Between, the encounter area where Sora and Axel face off against a horde of Dusk Nobodies. The Dusk Nobody spawns are here, and you might even notice too that the reversal reaction command actually does work, even down to the Dusk Nobody having the confusion animation once you have successfully executed reversal. We've also got the final XEMNAS battle arena area, and you'll notice off in the distance we have Sora and Riku doing some charades. That's cool. Didn't know they were into that, but that's always extra good knowledge to know. What's neat about this too is if you right click in this area, you will actually activate the XEMNAS lasers animation where Sora and Riku deflect 1,000,006 different lasers. So that's already incorporated into this. We've got a Sephiroth test area in Radiant Garden with the castle off in the background. I think this is just primarily to test animations for Sephiroth, but what's cool is the reaction command to deflect Sephiroth's like death slash attack is here, and it is fully usable, so cool progress to see. Now previously we have looked at the Station of Awakening. I was gawking over the look of the stained glass. Yeah, it's Mr. Clean type levels of slick. But what's cool is the Twilight Thorn has been added. It's not fully operational, again, more animation testing and all that kind of thing. But even furthermore, the team have actually implemented the Twilight Thorn cutscene of when Roxas encounters it for the first time. beginnings of the Gummy Ship world map are here. Yes, triangle does come up and appear over the worlds as if you press triangle to visit them, but none of that is operational just yet. It's just cool to see that this world map system is appearing in that kind of HD format. There's also a little Gummy Ship test map as well to test out the controls of the Gummy Ship for the gameplay portion of that system. There's nothing really much here other than being able to test out the way it feels. I've kind of missed the traditional Gummy Ship gameplay. While I do think the Gummy Ship system in Kingdom Hearts 3 is absolutely top tier, when looking at the actual combat side of things, honestly speaking, I still do prefer Kingdom Hearts 2. A lot more enemies have been added into the project. A lot of these are just straight model rips from Kingdom Hearts 2, but I am assuming that over time, some of them will obviously be touched up. We obviously do have high quality models of things like obviously the Soldier Heartless, the normal Shadow Heartless, the large body, etc. So when looking at the other numerous Heartless that are in Kingdom Hearts 2, even some of the bosses and stuff, I would only assume that the team are probably going to go ahead at some point and touch these up. The 1000 Heartless fight has also been added into the Great Maw as well, with the 1000 Heartless to go along with that. Also, the 2 reaction commands that you would use in this situation, Rising Sun as well as Sparkle Ray, are both usable here. Now previously we have looked at drive forms, however though, in regards to drive forms, they are all implemented, it's just things like effects and attacks still need to be worked on. However though, in the previous version we did look at Limit Form and Anti-Form hadn't had any progress really done to them, so now Limit Form does have some of its combo, and on top of that too, there are actually 2 limits that you can now use. Ars Arcanum is fully usable, as well as Sonic Rave. Taking a look at Anti-Form, Anti-Form previously didn't have any of its combos done, now you can fully use Anti-Form's combos. At this stage, Wisdom Form is still the best feeling form. It really does almost feel pretty much one-to-one of using Wisdom Form in Kingdom Hearts 2. That was one of the sort of big things that I covered in the previous version of the game. Was that the team really tried to refine the overall movement and physics of controlling the player character. Obviously stuff like that still needs to be ironed out. Maybe that's something we'll see in the next version. But that right there, guys, is most of what is included in the newest build for Kingdom Hearts 2 Final Remix. The progress is always just absolutely astounding to see. I'm always keeping up to date with it over on Twitter, following Redraw's Twitter account. If you guys do want to keep up to date with this project, the best way to do so is to definitely follow Redraw over on Twitter. And also too, if you guys want to experience this version of the game for yourselves, I'll leave the download link in the description down below. Go ahead and try it out, it's a lot of fun. However, shout out to Redraw for allowing me to playtest yet another build of this game. I can't wait to see where this goes. Again, no release date towards when this is coming out. It's probably years off yet, so long as Square Enix do keep their fingers off it. Fingers crossed. With that being said though, guys, leave your thoughts and opinions down in the comment section down below. I'm Cynical, and I'll catch you guys next time. Peace.